You haven't seen the hairdo yet.
Welcome back to the Foxx Den Sports Podcast, along with my three wonderful sons, Kellen, Garrett, and Gannon. I'm Todd Fox, and together we are the Foxx Den. And you can follow us on Twitter at Foxx Den Sports and on Instagram at Foxx Den Sports Podcast. And I keep forgetting, but we are on Facebook at Foxx Den Sports Podcast as well. Or it may just be Foxx Den Sports. I don't know, but we're on there. And with today marking our 73rd episode, what player do you think of that wore that jersey number, 73?
Good old Marshall Yanda. The old defensive lineman for the Baltimore Ravens. 8-time Pro Bowler. Offensive lineman, I'm sorry. 8-time Pro Bowler, 2-time All-Pro, and Super Bowl champion.
I usually think of.
I said Baltimore.
Okay. All right.
You usually think of old Larry Allen.
Oh, way to go. Thank you.
He's most known for signing a one-day contract with the Dallas Cowboys in 2008 so he could retire with them after a nice 15-year season or 15-season career. Drafted from Sonoma State College.
Yes.
Offensive guard, was an 11-time Pro Bowl, 7-time first-team All-Pro. And he actually was a member of the Super Bowl 30 champion Cowboys team, named the 1990s and 2000s NFL All-Decades team. But he'll forever be known for signing a one-day contract with the Cowboys.
Yeah, well, he was one of the best left tackles ever, I think. I mean, the guy, first he started out on the right side when he first started, and I remember his rookie year, he didn't have trouble, but I know he wasn't. He had some issues with one of his legs or knees, but he had some issues, I remember. But dude was fantastic, one of the best ever. For sure. Gannon, who do you got?
I got good old Ralph Eugene Neely, offensive tackle for the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah. Well, fantastic. I mean, Kellen took mine. Larry Allen. John Hanna was there as well. He's played for the Patriots. I think he may be a Hall of Famer as well. He was fantastic. Pretty good player. So it was Larry Allen's number for sure. Let's talk about Garrett and Gannon. First, your soccer game on Sunday. I guess it came down to the wire once again. Is that correct?
Yeah, I think it was tied in the last minute and a half.
Yeah.
Again. Didn't get the game-winning goal this time, but, I think it was 10-9, I think, was the final score.
Yeah.
High score.
Had a lot of goals.
5.
Gannon said you guys were down quite a bit of the game and came back.
Oh my!
Yeah, like
it was. I think it was like
1-4 and
6-2 or 6-3,
2-5 at one point. Yeah,
and then we just kind of brought it back. Got a quick goal, quick assist. The next thing we knew, back to 1-goal game, and we were back in it.
Did you guys get much rest or not? Were you? How many?
Nope. Oh no! I think we played probably 45 of the 50 minutes. I think
at least.
And then
so only like one sub, probably.
We had 2, but 2 of the guys were completely randoms, and so they had a penny on, so they could only swap with each other. And then
what does that mean?
Our one extra, huh?
I've never heard of that before. What?
Penny, like a jersey, like one of those just little quick jerseys they toss on for a color.
Okay. Oh yes, I know what you're talking about, but they couldn't whatever. I just figured that's weird. That's weird.
But yeah,
those are the only subs we had, right? We didn't have.
No, we had one extra because.
Did we?
Yeah, we always had 2 on the bench. One of them being one of those guys.
How many flops did Gannon have? Any flops?
2, maybe 3.
Flop.
I don't think I had any.
That's good.
I think he had a couple.
Did you play defense mainly?
I think Gannon was more on the. Gannon did do a lot of defense this week, but there was one play we combined for. Did he tell you about Gannon's assist to me?
He did.
Yeah, we were on a quick break, and then one of the randoms passed it to me, and Gannon was just wide open in the middle, so I tapped it to him, made the run, and then Gannon hit me, and I had a tight angle with my left foot, but somehow I snuck it into the net.
What goal was that? Number 6 of the
That was
game?
probably that was probably like 3 or 4 because that's whenever we were down and we were coming back.
How many you got this year, you think? So many to count?
I mean, this season, probably 8 or 9.
Is that like, I'm talking about since you've been playing?
Since I've been playing, probably close to 20.
Yeah.
Yeah.
First off, I want to say before we got on the podcast, Gannon was the last one to get on, and he has this gorgeous looking haircut now. I mean, it's pretty. I think it looks good, man. I really do. Way to go, Gannon.
What made you decide to do this?
Yeah, let's hear it.
Like I don't know. I'm curious.
I just was having Ma cut it because it was getting a little too long. It was just annoying to take care of. And then she kept cutting it shorter, and then it got to get a pretty good spot. And I was like, I just kind of want to go buzz.
Wow.
And I had to think about it for like 15 minutes, 20 minutes.
Before you did it, yeah.
Buzzed it.
Looks
It
good.
actually
though.
does look good.
No, it does look good. Looks like
Not many people can pull off the
He's a little
buzz
kid.
without looking like a psycho. And
mom knows this is going on YouTube, right? She's like in the background. So she may want to shut the door. That's hilarious. But anyway, so that's pretty cool. You got that done, and then Garrett, you got some exciting news. Looks like you're going to be moving to Yukon here. What, in October?
No, it'll probably be November or December by the
Wow.
time it's finished. But
Bright in time for Kellen to come home for Thanksgiving, help you move.
that's what we were thinking. He can either do Thanksgiving or we might push it back to a little Christmas.
Are you even?
It'll have to be Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I was going to say you aren't coming here for Christmas, are you? Because you came here last year.
Most likely not, just because of work schedules, but
Hey, man,
because we
figure it out.
did Thanksgiving at Taylor's families and
Yeah.
Christmas at y'all's last year.
Well, we may all just come over there Christmas and stay in your little apartment with all what is it,
here?
6 of us.
Hey, fine by me.
Sing Kumbaya.
Maybe we can go to a basketball game or something too.
Or a Falcons, see who's in town.
Why haven't you gone yet? So like a basketball or a soccer game, man, or baseball.
Baseball, if you want me to be completely honest, sometimes I really just don't want to deal with the traffic that's over there.
Yeah.
I go out to eat, and if I go out to eat down in that area while when there's a game going on, it triples my time to get to that restaurant.
Sure.
And I'll go there sometime. I just need to wait for the right time. Soccer, I don't know.
Yeah.
But the tickets for Messi's game are down to $125.
Are they really?
Kind of thinking about dropping $300 and going.
I would. I'd go in a heartbeat, man, if I was there.
Like, I don't know, once in a lifetime opportunity.
No, sure. I agree. And speaking soccer real quick, I know Gannon and I had the privilege to have a podcast with Nick Megaludis, which is a fantastic podcast. I thought, and our friend Marcio was on as well. Did that on a new version that we call Coach's Corner. That was pretty good. We enjoyed that. And then Garrett, what were you saying? You think we need to make sure we do, because you didn't realize what you just tell them what you were telling me earlier.
I just think we need to utilize like who he played, because obviously, I mean, not a lot of people probably know him, but everyone's gonna know who he played against. Like you said, Pele, George Best, and there was a couple other guys that I was like, what the heck?
Beckenbauer,
Cruyff,
too.
Gerd Mueller,
Cruyff, Johan,
Cruyff,
or
yeah.
whatever.
Played some really good ones. So that's pretty cool that he played those guys. But it was good. I enjoyed it. I thought he was very classy and just answered our questions, and it was pretty neat. So folks that are watching us, go look at that on our YouTube channel, which is Foxx Den Sports, or you can listen to it on any one of the podcasts that you have. The Oklahoma City Thunder draft last Thursday, I believe, correct? Yeah. Okay, so we traded up to number 10 with Dallas. So Dallas had picked, what do you say? It's either Cason or Cason. I don't know how people say it. I think it's
Cason.
both.
Cason.
Cason Wallace from Kentucky. but they did that knowing that they were going to trade him to us, which we traded, what was the guy's name? Derek Lively. We picked him at 12 and then traded him to Dallas. So we had 12 and they had 10, and we just swapped picks, but we also got Davis Bertans. What are your thoughts on, let's just walk through it real quick. First off, the pick of Cason Wallace.
I think it's a good pick. I mean, who else were we going to take? He's arguably the best defensive guard in the draft. And then Kentucky guards also come in. They're like solid.
Yeah.
But then after 3 or 4 years, they become top 20, top 15, top 10 guard in the league. Like, it happens every single year. There's a new Kentucky guard that just explodes. It's been Shea the past 3 years, but there's Booker, Jamal Murray. Like, some of the biggest names. So, like, what'd you say?
I was going to say Murray's just been on fire too. So, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, but
those Kentucky guys come in and just start rolling.
He's not even the best one. Yeah, De'Aaron Fox, that's a good one. So, I mean, whatever they're doing, they got good growth, like, material.
Yeah.
And if he comes in super good at defense, like, that's already a good step one.
Exciting. Garrett, what were you going to say?
I was just gonna say I think he's a good player. I just don't think he is the right one that the Thunder should have picked. He's not gonna that's gonna push one of 3 players out, which we know one of them's not, which is gonna be Shea, Giddey, or Dort. And then
I mean, not necessarily.
Not this year, I don't think. Maybe future.
Yeah, next year. But like, you are not gonna be playing those 4 guys with consistent minutes for all 4 of them. I think we should have gone someone who's a little bigger because the guy's only 6'2", so he's going to be one of our shortest players on the team.
I thought he's 6'4". Is that right? 6'2"?
6'2", yeah.
I think Dort's 6'1" or 6'2" also. It's like you can make do with the shorter height, but also we gave like Isaiah Joe, Aaron Wiggins, like a lot of guys, and Wiggins is kind of a natural small forward, but they got a lot of minutes, whether it was with 1 or 2 other guards.
Well, yeah, but Joe's another one that needs minutes in.
But we'll get Trey Mann and Lindy Waters probably out of here. Like, that'll clear up enough.
Yeah, but they didn't play they probably combined for 8 minutes a game. Like, they didn't play very much at all. Anyways, I think we should have gone someone who's bigger and fit our rotation more. Like, I think we should have kept Derek Lively. I think he's going to be better, like, having him in the center and letting Chet play 4, because now we're forcing Chet to play 5. We don't have any option at 5 because Jason Williams what is it?
Jalen
Williams. Like, that guy is not.
He's a power forward, yeah.
Yeah, he is not the size you wanted as center, and we saw that in the playoffs last year and throughout the season. Like, we have nobody else to cover the 5 spot.
We still have one of the best offenses when we kind of go positionless. Yeah, defense is kind of like is very shaky, but offensively, like not the past, but that one year with Chris Paul and Schroeder, and then this past year when we go positionless and have a bunch of guards, we have one of the highest rating offenses. Now, yeah, defensively, you're right. Like, we might be kind of shaky there, but
this kid Wallace is a good defensive player. My personal opinion is they'll probably have Dort kind of show him the NBA this year, maybe. And then I would expect Dort maybe to be off the team maybe after this year, possibly the next. I don't know. I just think if Wallace turns out to be a really good NBA player, it'll be interesting to see. His shooting is okay. I mean, it's not great, but it's not terrible. I mean, it's better than who was the kid that used to play for us that couldn't shoot? It was good defense. Cephalosha.
Robertson.
And that's who. Yeah, Robertson. Yeah. Nothing like that. But who's to say that Presti isn't going to go out? I guarantee you he's going to get a big man between now and then. The problem is who's leaving. I mean, there's no telling who's going to be leaving because they can't keep them all. They can't play them all. You know what I mean?
A few of them will go down to the G League and then
trade
a couple that don't play anyways. I think we'll be fine there.
What were your thoughts on the second round pick, the kid from Kansas State, Johnson?
I mean, he's a really good athlete, but like he's the same deal. He's his whole life been playing the 3,
Yeah.
and he's only like 6'4". He's I think the guy you were thinking of. So he's a really small forward, and he doesn't really naturally play the 2 or because he can't shoot. He's not the greatest shooter. I think he's a below average defender. Again, second rounder, you can't hate on it. Like he's a really good athlete, but I don't think we'll see him on the roster.
Explain to me, what is a 2-way contract? What does that mean? I don't understand what a 2-way contract is.
You can play just NBA and the G League.
Oh, really?
Like OKC can just send him up and down. Like we did a lot with Poku. I mean, a lot of guys actually.
We did it with Poku a lot. Dort did it at first, maybe.
Yeah, we signed it. Yeah, barely though.
And then what's
Gray
the
Man
kid's
did
name
a lot
from last year? Zhang.
Yeah, he did some.
So he's another guy. I mean, that supposedly we may have talked about it here, but somebody told me he grew, and he's like almost 7 foot tall now. Have you heard that?
Yeah, that's what Gary said.
Yeah, I need to look into that and see if it's actually true, because apparently that was a meme going around. But
I heard the same thing from people at work. So of course they could have all seen the same meme. But yeah, because this shows him.
I saw the meme about
6'9".
Kuminga being 7 foot, but I didn't see anything about our guy.
Was there anything about draft night that was surprising? Was there trades made?
Nothing crazy.
Nothing crazy. I'm trying to think if there was, because we've already talked about Chris Paul.
Supposedly, did you see that the GM did that by accident and he's like upset right now?
No, there's no way. What,
That's
trading
what I was
Chris
saying.
Paul?
Trading away Jordan Poole.
Oh, come on. There's no hell. I didn't mean to do that. I mean,
yeah. I mean, I don't know.
That'd be crazy. What about, okay, in this trade we made, we got the Bertans guy as well, who he's going to make $17 million this next year. The Thunder will have the option at the end of the year to cut him and only lose $5 million off of that. So he's going to get paid $17 million. I guess they could trade him at some point if somebody wanted him.
Well, we've done that.
Yeah, we've done it before
So many times, like Chris Paul.
Yeah.
Al Horford. Like we'll just take somebody who has no value.
Yeah.
Somehow get a first round pick.
Any thoughts on that trade? Because I got some thoughts.
Well, those scenarios though, they had multiple years on the contract. This guy's only got 1 year left.
True.
Well, that's kind of an upside though, because if a team just wants him for 1 year and then the team option, they could just take him. But like Al Horford, I think only had 1 year left because I think then re-signed. But I mean, it doesn't hurt to get him. We moved up 2 spots in the draft and got a player. Like,
yeah, he's 6'10".
Never gonna hurt.
He's a spot shooter, right?
Yeah, he's a shooter, not necessarily spot.
He's only had 1 season, which, let me see how many seasons according to this he's played. Well, it doesn't say. So fabulous. But let me look here. Sorry. Keep talking.
I mean, he's been in the league for a minute.
I think
He
7 years.
was. Yeah, he started at San Antonio, I think.
Yeah. So 2000. So he's played for San Antonio for 3 years, then Washington for 3, and then Dallas for 2, is what it looks like. So he's been playing 8 years. So this will be his 9th year, probably, looks like. So, but
yeah,
44% 3-point shooting from the corners. And he's like a 37. He's only had 1 year where he shot under that, basically at 44%. He's only had 1 year where he's below 37% total threes. So if he could play 5-10 minutes a game, if that, there's going to be times where he doesn't need to play, and that's fine, probably. I don't think he'll have a problem. I don't think he may, but the team's not going to have a problem doing that. But if he were to go out there for 5 to 10 minutes a night, and he was able to get you 2 or 3 3-pointers, of course he could miss 2 or 3, but you know what I mean? Because if he's
he'll probably play more than that.
You think
He'll
so?
probably play close to 10 to 15.
Do you really
thinking
think
maybe,
so?
Maybe 18. I
don't think he's going to play that much.
You're
I'll
not
be
going to
surprised.
raise any value with 10 minutes.
Well,
He beat Steph and Clay in a 3-point contest. Like he won the 3-point contest once. so,
When? Like one of the NBA
like
ones?
20. Yeah.
No kidding.
It
For
was-
like
It was super random, but
wow.
He's
Huh.
a good shooter. He just sometimes takes some interesting shots.
Yeah.
But if you have Shea and Giddy setting you up, like
Yeah.
you're gonna have some open shots as long as he makes them. Like
Sure. That'll be interesting to see how well this whole team gets together. I know I was listening to the radio on the way home today, and they were complaining, saying that basically the Thunder are not giving up next year, but already kind of saying, "Hey, we're not going to be that great next year." I'm like, well, I don't know.
when do we say that?
That's what they're saying. Like by drafting who they draft. I'm like, first off, like I don't know who else could have been there. I mean, Garrett was talking about the Lively guy, maybe. I don't know, but I mean, I'm happy with whatever Presti thinks, because I personally think Presti, when he makes moves, he's thinking 2 or 3 moves ahead as well. That's
I
why
agree.
that's what I'm
this was
thinking.
just different though because that's the exact guy everyone thought we were gonna pick.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Every mock draft had us towards the end had us picking.
Yeah, you're right. I saw a couple of them that did have him for sure. I remember that now, because I was like, because I automatically thought, well, we won't get him because he's a guard. That's what I thought. But hey, Presti pretty much knows what he's doing, I think.
Well, and there's just because we drafted a guard and got Davis Bertans doesn't mean
Yeah.
we're just like, yeah, we're giving up. Like we got
No,
Chet, who didn't even
no.
play last year. Like
Well, that's
we're gonna be better.
Yeah. I mean, and here's the only thing, like my question would be, and I'm not saying we're not going to be good, but my question is, like, how many games did we win last year that it was like when some of the stars set out, like it was the second game where they, how they do the load
Not
management?
many.
Because that's what I'm asking, because I don't know the answer to that. Like, how many were that? Because eventually we're
Yeah.
going to start getting like, all the few big name players at some point will stop doing load management.
I see what you're
against
saying,
us.
yeah. But
Yeah, you know
honestly, like we didn't get light treatment like we did past years.
Yeah.
Like we honestly we did have some, like if there's 30, 40 games that are really hard games, I think maybe 15%, 20% of those games might have been like easier than they could have been.
what I mean? Yeah, for sure.
But like that's everybody gets that treatment. Because I see what you're saying, but
yeah.
it's fine, I think, with that.
Anything in Atlanta, Kellen? Do you ever hear anybody talking about the Hawks? Nothing really.
No, nobody.
It's all
Nobody
just football.
talks about the Hawks.
It's all baseball and Georgia
It's some
Bulldogs.
baseball, all Bulldogs.
Yeah.
One dude I hear talk about soccer,
Wow.
but it's 90% Bulldogs, 9% baseball, 1% soccer.
I'm just wondering if Trae Young's going to stay, if he'll be there next year, or if he'll be gone. Who knows? Anything could happen. Because there's him, there's Zion, there's Dame. What other players do you guys keep hearing maybe part of trades? Like, what's going on with 76ers and Tobias Harris? Do you know? I know he's all up.
Tobias Harris's dad.
Yeah, that's what it mainly is. But what's he mad about? Because they haven't re-signed him, or what?
I don't even really know. I think he feels like he's being
Appreciated.
used.
Yeah. So I'm not sure. I'm just interested in seeing what Presti does this year with the players, and who he and Dagnall decide to keep and play and all that. It'll be very interesting to see. So cannot wait at all. Here's a question. What from these players, because I sent you guys the text message just a little bit ago. All right. And there's pick any 3 in their prime to build your team around. These 3: Randy Moss, Deion Sanders, Aaron Rodgers, Barry Sanders, John Elway, or Lawrence Taylor. Those are so you can get 3 of those guys in their prime to help not build your team around, but help build your team. What 3 are you taking? Are those guys?
Deion, LT, in Rodgers.
So you're going to take Deion Sanders, LT, and Aaron Rodgers. Okay.
It's my exact 3.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Kellen?
Deion, Lawrence, and Barry.
Barry Sanders.
Questionable.
Deion.
Questionable.
Well, because
Who was your second? Moss?
no, Deion, Lawrence, and Barry.
okay,
My
okay.
defense going to be stacked, and then with the run game, the run threat, it's going to open up anything for any quarterback that's playing.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you guys, you're all wrong. John Elway, Randy Moss, and Lawrence Taylor. And it's not even close. Moss,
Thinking Elway over Rodgers is already just like
Elway's way better than Rodgers.
No, prime
close.
Rodgers. But prime, if you take everybody in
no.
their prime Rodgers is
Prime
better.
Elway was
Elway's
so
talent-
much better.
No, Elway's talent is not even. I would probably put him as a tier 4 or 5.
No
in
shot.
NFL
Yeah, Elway's
history.
overrated.
No shot.
Anyway,
Elway
we're
was so
taking
much better.
strictly
just-
prime.
he just
Rodgers
can't
is
get out
one of the
his-
best of all
can't
time.
get out of his nostalgic
Yeah.
days.
Exactly. Randy Moss. Guess what? If you're paying a big right receiver money, ain't gonna happen.
Randy Moss would be incredible with
No, he is
John
incredible,
Elway.
but
I'm
I
just
don't think
saying.
he's more valuable than one of the best running backs in history.
I just
See,
man,
that's the difference though. Rodgers doesn't need Randy Moss. So I see where you were going with the Elway Moss connection there.
I feel
The
like
way
it's a
we
waste
see
to
it,
do a quarterback and
Rodgers
Moss.
doesn't need Randy Moss because he's, a better quarterback.
whatever, man. No. Elway would be the man, and Randy Moss would be catching some deep balls. Randy Moss and Deion Sanders would be a very nice matchup. Sanders would win some battles, but Moss would win some as well. That would be fun to watch. Barry Sanders, don't get me wrong, I would love it. I think the way the NFL's played nowadays, it's just
Running backs
hard.
are pointless now.
But I
you know?
think it'd be different if you have
But-
prime Barry Sanders.
I don't disagree with you. I don't, especially with a decent
I don't think
offensive
we have a
line.
running back like that right now.
Yeah, no, we don't.
We haven't had a true running back. I feel like since
Derrick
Peterson.
Henry.
Yeah, but,
Yeah,
he's,
but
he's a different style of running back.
he's
just
he-
massive.
he's
you
like an
can't
Earl
tackle him.
Campbell, run you over and like just
Well,
a freight train coming at you. And
A
Barry
lot
His
Sanders
is
better
less.
than Earl
He's
Campbell.
skilled, but his is less
Yes.
skill and more just body.
no,
Yeah.
I agree this style, but like, and I'm not saying Derrick
I'm
Henry's
just saying
as
like a
good.
true. Like I watched some Peterson highlights the other day, and like
Who?
like just
Peterson?
from his rookie season, and it was just insane.
Who? Peterson?
Yeah,
Yeah, he was
and
incredible.
I don't think we've had a running back since
We-
then. But I think
We haven't.
so I think if you bring somebody like Barry Sanders in, it changes the game.
We haven't. I
At
mean,
least for your team.
Derrick Henry is probably the best since Adrian Peterson. I'd have to sit
Yeah.
there and think about it, but he probably is the best since.
Consistently,
Him, and then
I think
Chubb.
like rookie Zeke
Yeah.
was better than Derrick Henry. Maybe
No, not even close.
he was pretty
rookies.
good.
Rookie Zeke was better than Henry
Now
Henry's
Henry.
first year.
I don't know, but I don't know.
I agree
don't
with
remember.
that, but as far as I still think Henry's better than Zeke. Yeah, for sure. But Lawrence Taylor coming off the edge, woo, man.
I think we all had him, right?
Oh yeah, we did.
But that's
That
what I'm
was a
saying. If
slam
you have
dunk.
Dion and Lawrence, the
You're
other
right.
team's not going to score, and all
Yeah.
you have is Barry Sanders running it, and he's just wasting some clock. Dion and
Yeah.
Lawrence are over there resting.
because Dion would shut down this side of the field, and you, depending on which side you had him on, and then hypothetically, if you had Lawrence Taylor on the other side, but whatever. Bottom line is, you would have a hard time with having to worry about Lawrence Taylor and then trying to throw on Dion. You basically wouldn't do it. You wouldn't throw on Dion. So,
So you're basically saying all of ours is better than yours.
no, I'm not saying that. I think it's good. I think it's a good pick. I'm just saying I would take Elway, Moss, and Taylor. And then looking on here, who's the only player? Did everybody at least get picked one person? I'm the only one picked Moss, right? And I'm the only one picked Elway.
Everybody
what
got picked by somebody.
Well, that's what I'm saying is I'm on a different, you guys are here and I'm up here. So, it's just
But the thing, I think it's a waste for the talent you claim John Elway to have. I think it's a waste to have Randy Moss then.
Yeah, that's
Why?
a
If
good
John
point.
Elway's
It's
that
just-
good,
you gotta
then-
have it.
Compared
good
to
point.
Aaron Rodgers?
But
Nah.
if John, I'm just saying, if John Elway is who you're saying he is, he doesn't.
He doesn't need.
You should
Moss.
grab Dion or grab Barry to change it up.
Here's some
But like,
homework.
with that, you're
Yeah.
just going all in on throwing the ball.
homework for next week. You guys got to watch at least an hour's worth of some John Elway highlights.
You got to watch some
games.
Rodgers highlights. Then.
Oh, I've watched
That's what I'm
him.
saying. Prime
I've watched
Rodgers.
him. Elway
And
was.
trust
Have
me,
you?
I hate
not
Rodgers.
been watching him dice up the Cowboys for the last decade, or is that just
Yeah.
is that just
Nah,
me?
he's got.
I
30
could dice
seconds
up
they'll
the
do something.
Cowboys the last decade. Yeah.
Huh?
Thank you.
What'd you say?
What?
Well, then
I
how
said,
about
I-
you
I
go
could
out
dice
and do
him
it?
up.
I didn't hear what he said.
You're all like looking at me like, yeah, you're right. I mean, you didn't have anything to say because I mean, I would go out there
I have no.
and beat the Cowboys at quarterback.
I have
I'm
no
54
idea
years
what
old.
you said.
Destroy you.
Yeah.
I don't
You'd
think
make
so.
Dig. You'd
Paul
make,
would crumble
make
if
Diggs
Mike
look
just
like
running at
Dion.
him.
Well, yeah, but I'm talking about before Mike. Before Mike, I'd be like, hey, guys, and then have a little cup of coffee while I was back there waiting, and then be done, man. Throw it to Randy Moss. We'll be in good shape. So tell me this.
You'd
For
probably
50
be better than Elway.
Who? Oh, whatever. He was so good. You guys have no
Elway's the only player in
idea.
history that looks like the mascot of his team.
The only one I would take off from that list that I talked about, man, like if I were to take somebody off and add somebody, I would add Dion, because to Kellen's point, the defense, and I would probably take off the Moss.
Well, it was pick 3, not 4, though.
Well, I know, but I'm just saying if I did, because I mean I love the thought of like Kellen's got. I think Kellen may be the only one that picked Dion and Taylor, right?
I love a good defense.
And that would
I
that
did
would be
too, but and
that would
Gannon,
be a-
All
but
3 of us
incredible
did.
you were the only one that didn't. Golly, man, you just don't
what are you
listen.
talking about?
They both
All
picked the
3 of
same,
us
but they
chose
picked
Dion
they
and-
picked
and
Rodgers on
LT.
offense.
Well, I'm still winning, so we'll be able to see all the comments under our YouTube channel, all the comments people are going to make about who won between the four of us. But for $50,000,
Yes.
you would get paid $50,000 after a year, but you would have to eat one fast food restaurant chain for every meal, for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. First off, could you do it? And which fast food place would you choose for 50 grand at the end of the year? Or would you be
I
like,
could,
"No,
in
no
fact, do that. Yes,
could do
I,
it.
I would
could.
100% do that, and I'd go Chick-fil-A.
That's what I was
And on
thinking.
Sundays, I'd fast.
Hey,
Or you could buy some extras on Saturday and
Saturday, yeah.
Have a little
Put in the
market
fridge.
salad in the fridge. I think I gotta agree with Gary on the Chick-fil-A.
I would say a good backup would be Cookout because they have everything.
Yeah, but dude,
But
I'd be like
breakfast,
9
now,
out of
it
that's
would-
my
it would
thing. What has a
kill
good
you.
breakfast?
you would,
Oh,
you
you're
would
right,
not
breakfast.
survive that year. No,
Yeah,
Gary,
so,
trust me,
like,
you
2
wouldn't be
weeks of
hungry. You
Cookout,
would
dude.
not be hungry for breakfast, Gary.
all the
Yeah,
burgers and what did I
yeah.
used to get? The burgers and quesadillas or whatever, or hot dogs
I
and
don't know what you were
quesadillas.
thinking.
Cheese curds.
I think Chick-fil-A is the best option. Yeah, I agree.
That's
You got smoothies too.
Yeah, that is a good option.
You got wraps. Their salads are pretty good. They got great breakfast.
They do have good breakfast.
Good
They have
drinks,
soups,
if
they
that
have mac
counts.
and cheese, they have salads, they've
Yeah.
got chicken sandwiches.
For being
got-
a chicken place, they got a lot of options.
They do. But it would be
Well, I was
interesting.
trying to think.
I'm trying to think if there's any other choice that like I could actually like.
Nah.
I was thinking because Chick-fil-A is just easy.
Well, yeah, it is. I mean,
I don't know about another place. Breakfast,
about-
lunch, and dinner.
breakfast, lunch,
If
and
Sonic didn't make you feel like trash, I'd
I
say
know.
Sonic because they got good choices.
that's the
But
way.
if you eat that 2 or 3 times a day, you're
Yeah.
gonna die.
That's what
You eat that twice a
Cookout.
week, you're dead.
Cookout makes me feel like. Is the
That's what I'm
exact same
saying. And
way.
Cookout's fantastic, but if I ate
Yeah.
that,
It's tasty.
if I ate that 3 times in 1 week, I would not survive.
What about a restaurant instead of a fast food? What's a restaurant that you would like to eat once a year or once a every day for a year? Breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
I think Chick-fil-A probably.
Restaurant?
Did you not just ask the same exact question that you asked
He
us?
said
Like,
not fast food.
Not fast food, like a
It
I don't
doesn't
know
restaurant.
about
have
that
to be
one, though.
fast food.
Is
Like,
there even a place not fast food that's breakfast, lunch, dinner?
What about?
Yeah,
Oh yeah, like
100%.
Boomerang.
Torchy's does. Like,
What does Torchy's got?
Like think
Okay,
about
I don't know. I haven't had their breakfast.
Boomerang
I heard it's pretty good.
or
but-
No, I can see. I can see. Yeah.
Crackle Barrel.
Oh man.
You know what I mean? You can have so many different meals there.
Really, just any breakfast place.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if I go to Cracker Barrel, I'm gonna need like a side of seasoning for myself.
So
I'd probably do something like we got this restaurant called La Madeleine, or it's kind of like the Aviary. So they got like good breakfast. They got soups, salads, French dips. They got
Grapes.
crepes, stuff like that. I'd probably do like
Yeah.
a little French bakery.
sure. Speaking of
I have no idea.
Crackle Barrel, how about telling the story of the time whenever was it Gary that ate the gravy or whatever it was? What was it? Because I wasn't
Grandma
there.
grits.
Yeah, what was it? No, was it grits?
It was gravy.
It was gravy because there's no way
It was
Gary would eat
definitely
grits.
grits.
No,
No,
no chance
Gary-
I'm touching
Gary
grits.
would not eat grits. I can tell you that. So
And
tell
that's what
the
makes the
tell us
story.
the
That's
story.
what makes the story even weirder, and how you can see that he didn't see it coming.
Yeah, that's what I want to tell.
we all get-
where was it at? Yeah, just tell us a little
It was
story.
at
It
a
was
Cracker Barrel. I
definitely
don't-
grits.
No.
How old was he?
Why would Gary get grits?
Gary,
That, I just
Yeah.
remember, I think he tried it and then he's like, yeah, it's not bad. And then he started eating it and then he was like, yeah, I'm never eating that again. I'm pretty sure it was grits. I'm being serious.
you may be.
Dude, I've
Either
never
way.
even tried grits.
There you go.
Now, you probably wiped it out of your memory after this, yeah.
Where was
All
it
I
at? Do you
know,
remember?
We're at a Cracker Barrel. I don't know where. Just a Cracker Barrel somewhere. They all feel the same inside. In my mind, it was at the table had a big old basket of biscuits, a bowl of gravy. Grandma gets a little gravy on her biscuit, takes that spoon, puts it back in the gravy, and me and Gannon are like, "Well,
Hang on, you got to say it for the people who are listening.
oh yeah, just licks that spoon nice and
That's
dry,
And then
Just-
puts it back in the gravy
puts it back in the bowl of the gravy.
to get more.
No,
Or
no,
just-
it's just done.
Just left the spoon in there.
Oh yeah, just let it marinate. Me and Gannon see, we're like, well, guess we're eating these dry biscuits. And then you see Gary, and poor Gary, he grabs the spoon, sprinkling it on, pouring it on top of his biscuits, and me and Gannon, for the people that are just listening, me and Gannon are just sitting there, like just this look of like panic and just shaking our head. And Gary's like, looking confused, like, what do you like?
Is he sitting across from you?
I believe he's sitting next to me. Gannon's
Okay.
sitting on my right, Gary's sitting on my left, and
Okay.
we're just looking at him, but we're like, we can't say it out loud,
Just like,
so
His grandma's
we're
right
shaking
there.
our head, like we were trying.
and he's looking at you like,
We didn't want this for our brother. Like
We wouldn't wish this upon anybody.
that's
ever.
that's what I'm saying. I like to pull a good prank, but this was too far. I don't even. When did we tell you? Did we tell you after we left? Did we tell
Probably,
you
like,
right
in the car, I think, or
in
something.
the
yeah.
car? And he's like, tears streaming down his face.
oh, that's so funny.
It was just I don't even.
Great stuff.
We
Great
tried to
story.
help him. We really did. There's only so much we could do in that situation.
Well, yeah, I know Clay did it at our house one time when we were in Springfield the second time. I think it was second time, but he got his fork that he was using and scraped off some mashed potatoes off the spoon and put it back in. We're like,
Who
what
does
are you
that?
doing? Yeah, exactly.
Only at McDonald's.
How many people leave comments down and tell us if you do that? Because it's like putting your whole mouth in the mashed potatoes. So
Because if you do, get out of here. We don't
Get
want
outta
you.
here.
You don't
Stop it.
belong in the Foxx Den.
Well, we
But we
need-
really
We're
do
joking. We'll
appreciate your
take anybody
support.
who-
And
yeah, we do.
Fox-
We do appreciate the support, though. Yes.
You know,
What's- Huh?
We're not new to this. We're true to this, and
Exactly.
we appreciate all of it.
Huh.
We're not average. We're savage.
We're
Savages.
savage, but not average. So tell me, what non-pizza topping would you try on pizza?
What do you mean by non-pizza topping? Because I've had some stuff. That's
Everything's
not
a
on
pizza
standard
topping,
pizza.
isn't it?
Nah.
What do you say, Gannon?
I feel like everything's a pizza topping.
Like
Well, then what's
jalapenos?
yours?
Does that count? I've had that on pizza.
Yeah, it's a pizza topping.
Maybe like some pickles or something, you know?
Well, I mean, you
I
can
don't
have a
know.
hamburger pizza, but yeah, but yeah, that's something.
That
That's
was
what I'm
what's
talking
saying,
about.
but no, that would
Like
not be it.
Like, would you have chocolate on a pizza or
Well, it's just a dessert pizza.
apples or no? I'm talking about like a normal pizza, like with not a You know what I mean?
Cheese
Like,
Throw some
marinara.
crab on there.
yeah, let's say you had
Ooh,
some crab.
ooh.
That does sound pretty good, actually.
I bet there's places that have done that, but
There
I've
probably
never
are.
had it, so that's gonna be my answer.
Salmon. I could do some salmon on.
If
on
you
a
do the
pizza.
salmon right, I could see that being good.
Yeah.
I'll say this because people here hate it when I say it. Mandarin oranges.
Huh.
What do you mean,
Hideaway.
people here? What do you mean by that? What do you mean?
I've
Isn't
told
that
people
Hideaway?
here. People have
Hideaway
talked
does
about
that,
like your
and we've
favorite
had it.
pizza or your like a unique pizza you like, and I posted a picture of that in our group chat at work, and people didn't talk to me for like a week. They think I'm a psycho.
The Hideaway
They,
one.
they don't understand. Now, if you don't like Hawaiian pizza, you're not gonna like it. But if you like pineapple on your pizza, that's
I
a
don't-
great compliment.
I don't mind it, but it's just there's a lot of other things I want on there before that. I mean, I'd rather have just the Canadian bacon versus.
It's just something so different. Like
Yeah.
I like to have a hamburger and then and the Maui Magic because like I can't do all Maui Magic because that's just too much sweet.
Sure,
But it's nice to have that occasional slice there.
sure. And then lastly, rank these parties blindly without knowing what comes next. Okay. So you got 1 through
Parties?
5, 1 through 5, and you're going to rank these parties 1 through 5 without knowing what comes next. Birthday party.
Who's?
4.
Yeah, whose is it?
I mean, it's a
I
birthday
think I
party.
got to go with Gannon 4.
4. Yeah, I'm gonna go 4.
Wedding party.
2.
3.
I'm leaning towards 5 right now, but I'm gonna
I
go
like
with
wedding
3
parties.
because I don't know what's gonna be 5.
Political party.
5.
5.
Dinner party.
1.
3.
I'm risking it for the biscuit. Give me 2.
Bachelor party.
Oh,
Hey,
yeah.
yeah. Number
1.
1, baby. I didn't have one, but number 1.
That
Hey, we went to Top Golf and gave you some donut holes.
Yeah. So with
Oh.
some cream inside.
what was Kelly showing us something like her shirt or something earlier? What was that?
Just showed it to the
What?
world right there.
No, it was just wait, it showed what? What was it?
It just looked like a heart or something on her shirt. I don't know what was she
I
doing.
think it's a star.
Oh no.
The star?
She
I
was
got-
looking at Gannon's haircut, but that's
Ah.
for next week's Taylor Swift concert.
When is that next week?
Apparently. I did not know this.
In
I
Kansas City?
Gary, what days?
think she's leaving Wednesday,
What day she come back?
Saturday or Sunday.
What are you saying? Him come down or something?
I think Taylor's out of town that weekend.
Ooh.
Might
FIFA
be-
player's gonna be a 98.
That's what I'm saying. Time to hop on
That's
that
gonna be
feed.
You goobers are going to be
dangerous.
playing video games for
Somebody's not gonna get very much sleep.
96 straight hours or something.
You got to take advantage of it when you get to this age, Paul. You know,
Yeah.
when you get married, you don't really got that kind of time anymore.
Who do you think you're
You
telling?
guys are both married.
You kidding me, dude? It's Paul's regime sometimes. So, Gannon, get a little. We want a little close up of that hairdo, man. Come on, get a little closer.
Have you shown Eve yet, or has she seen yet?
No, not yet.
Well,
You
she.
should just
may
post it
be
on the
about to be
B
back
reel.
to a single
Just
man.
like,
Oh, that's what you should do. Not even send her a picture. Wait till B real.
does she hop on B reel very often?
She
I
does.
see her
Yeah.
like your stuff sometimes.
She does, yeah.
You do whatever
it's
you want. I
called
just
a
think that'd be funny.
reaction, Kellen.
What?
Okay.
You give it the time.
It's called a reaction, not a like.
I don't really know what this dot is. I'm hoping it kind of.
Oh, you're fine.
Yeah, I was wondering that earlier, but I
Oops.
wasn't gonna say anything.
I wasn't gonna say
I think it's
anything
'cause my
either, but it was
hair
like
was
just-
part
it was like a
there
third eye
usually.
staring me right in the face.
hair, man.
I know it's like. darn.
It's really not.
You
that
look down
noticeable.
and I get freaking like possessed or like hypnotized. I'm like, whoa.
Yeah,
No,
I
I'm just
believe
like-
it. Yeah. I gotta walk around like this, make sure nobody sees it.
Oh, stop it.
Now you look like a psycho.
People behind you will see it then. You walk like that.
You look like that dude from Prison Break.
I have no idea who that is.
That's a good
Look it up.
movie or a good show. I mean, that's a pretty decent show. Anything going on this week?
Nope.
I don't think so.
Well,
I
fantastic.
think the Foxx Den FC is about to hop on some FIFA hopefully sometime tonight.
You wanna
Count
hop
had
on,
a
Dad?
career high 4 goals last night. Lance 4 assists. We've been
Really?
lighting it up recently. Currently Division 7.
We gotta have some supper here in a little bit.
We'll find time.
Well, good deal. Everybody have a a wonderful week. And we want to thank all the listeners out there and those watching. We appreciate you spending your time, your hard-earned time with us. Even hopefully made you laugh. Hopefully you enjoyed it. We want to remind you to remember that that iron does sharpen iron. Iron sharpens iron. And please stay safe. Be savage and not average. And remember to join the skulk. And until next time, Gannon.
Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye.